players. You think there might be potentially a third map on the horizon, but they've got to get through Dust2 first. Both of these teams have played it a little bit so far, and it is going to be a clash of the Titans here.
Titans indeed. Goddesses of the scene.
Exactly. Lumen going to be kicking it off on this CT side, and I'm expecting to see Sakura pushing up long, but actually they've decided to switch it up a little bit, and they've stacked over towards this B site, knowing full well that that often has a bit of B aggression coming their way. But no, Bungie going to be clearing out tunnels, and might be the first to make contact here with Bezdaria.
Oh yeah, some hidden dualies as well. Looks like Kira is going to swing out the headshot. 2 bullets are not going to be better than 1. The Bezdaria is able to answer back very quickly. Oh, that is some cross-map killing there from Olya. Mopka able to get onto the site, though, and is going to be able to secure the bomb plant. Just kind of have to see how many CTs they're going to have to fight through to keep this on.
Yeah, there's not much to work with here. There is a kill on Olya, so they're going to have a little bit more opportunity here. Kelsey's got to be the first one. Stands out in the open. It's going to be tapped away. Nopka desperately firing off bullets. It's a lot of damage, but it's not a kill yet. It's still somehow going. They're running her down. She's taken down 3 in the midst of all of this. And Mads now just has to sit. 1 more kill lies in wait. It's Sakura with that saved kid and finally a kill, but ooh, Nopka with the 3K to make it spicy.
I think it was a collat as well.
It may well have been. I'm hoping we can see this again, because I think you might be right here.
I think that was a collateral. I'm pretty sure it was. It looked like she got 2 of them at the same exact time.
It might have been. I saw 3 kills in the feed, but
let's just see.
Now, we've got the weaponry coming on out here. The plant is going to allow them a buy here, and Mads on the MAC-10. They do like to get her up onto that AK, and actually this time they passed it over to Bungie instead, allowing Mads the opportunity to farm some cash. Sunny already clearing through tunnels, taking so much space with the help of Mads holding on to that cat position, and now a little bit of a toy near doors, but Kira up near long doors is going to be a recurring theme that we see this map.
Flash onto cat. Man, so I'm going to see any CTs quite close here. Lumen playing this very smart. Kira really the only player very close to an ET right now. Not wanting to make waste of their early investment with their round win. Nice smoke into CT to allow them space and mobility up towards B, but you're going to know that there's 2 players there waiting for them. Don't know.
They've just been allowed all of this control. The flash over. They're trying to clear some space. They're getting damage from doesn't even know where, but Lumen, they're picking them off 1 by 1 here. They're walking blind, and it doesn't look like Black Mod saw anybody that round.
Force Spy not going to grant a win, and now we're going to have to save this round. Maybe some upgraded pistols and some utility. So far, Lumen looking really, really good just in their shooting ability to get their kills. Sakura being very good in her position over towards Cat, rotating around. You know, we never ask, but I'm going to ask this time.
Okay. Whenever
we do an interview at the end, do they play spawn-based or do they play role-based for CT side Dust2?
I'm not 100% sure, but if they called this off of spawn, they've called themselves an absolute nightmare. And yeah, it's just the Deagles, but Kelsey trying to find something. Knows that there's a player low, but now they've got not much space to work with and the road behind them blocked off. And I think maybe potentially these pissed around called off of a spawn, and actually, unfortunately for them, going to be met brutally.
Yeah, I think if Lumen takes this double cat push down over towards long doors, this could be good for Black Mold, could grant them a bomb plant. Really depends on how quickly they're able to rotate back up. It does look like Olya is going to go and check just to see if they're rotating around. She does spot 1, spots Kelsey. Nade out just in case, but that's the bomb down. Mads all by her lone son with a picked up M4. Ooh. May miss the timing here. A nice shot onto Olya. Almost a second. Oh, she finds it.
She's got the She's got the information. She had the knowledge, but unfortunately, not quite enough HP. But, I mean, Mad's a player we've got to talk about. In these clutch situations, we've seen some of the craziest clips coming out from her. She's also got this experience now playing on a team, on Revels as well, which has given her the opportunity, I think, to see a little bit of a different side of the game and honestly just be let to go wild in moments like that. But yeah, unfortunately, not quite the HP. Maybe a little bit of support would have helped, but as much as she did there at the end. Lovely to see, and it does mean that a bit of extra utility and money be saved on the side. Now, clear through tunnels. We're going to see Black Mold frequently head in this direction. There's Bungie trying to help clear out the space. Two of them going to push over towards Catwalk, clearing it out slowly but surely, hoping that maybe Nopka, once the smoke fades, can alleviate some of the pressure on Long, or at least draw the attention away.
It's going to be hard. 3 players out towards the Long, and Lumens doesn't look like they're going to edge off of this anytime. The util from Kelsey. Nice lurk smoke out, but the call to rotate must happen here pretty soon, and Mold are going to be in a bad spot. Oh my god, Sakura, just a great angle there to grab 2. Scrap's going to pick up another one. It's all down to Mads just alone here on Cat. The walls are closing in, so are the possibilities. Ooh. Leah clean that up.
This is not exactly how I expected this to go at the start. And again, Money's now going to be in a weird position. They're losing so many players. They're so passive. They're waiting behind smokes that they've thrown.
Yeah.
And they're bunching up. And now this is a criticism I was prepared to make of actually Lumen, as they have this this sort of tendency to, even in big groups, get picked off one by one, even with the safety in numbers. Because actually what we're seeing with Black Mold is 3 of them are pushing an angle so slowly, they're just being taken down, they're taking these fights out in the open, and they're just not winning the Angels off of it.
Absolutely. Was a nice quick clear over of Long. They pushed Lumen almost entirely off of this. A little bit too afraid of what the Deagles and Tech9 can do to them. But that just means a very, very long lurk out towards Long for them on the backside. And oh my god, are they sending 3 players there? They're sending 3 players Long. Nopka's hearing all of this.
Footsteps, are they going to clear this? The flash is good, and they do clear it. It takes them a second, though, and that's going to give Bungie the opportunity to peek. Neither of them are going to find a pick, however. But that smoke is doing so much heavy lifting for Black Mold. The one piece of util they had left post-flood, and now Mads with the Tech9 spraying desperately. Kelsey's not sure where to look, but has found one. And in all directions, all fights, they do unfortunately line up for Sakura, but a bomb plant nonetheless.
Lots of money in their bank now. They did the job that was needed for them this round. Would have been nice to at least get a round win out of them. But I don't know if they're just picking the wrong places to go very fast, because obviously Lumen here, they gave them all of this space that they needed to get the bomb plant, and then they decided to work on their own game, figuring out how to get this retake done. And while the Deagles did do a lot of damage, but it feels like maybe just go fast B. There's only really 1 or 2 players there usually, and you could... Ooh. That's it. That's it. Oh!
Okay.
Oh. Lots of oohs and ahs.
I was going to say, this is like whiplash. Couldn't even finish our point there. Last round's so interesting, and this round tells us to hold on and wait. And actually everything's sort of slowed down now here, but Sakura, a nice flash. Get around this angle might be necessary, but they're just gonna peek this. They are, and they line up again. And this is twice they've been burnt by doors, and Bungie forced ahead by the Molotov directly into Sakura, who was still pulling the gun up from the util. They run into Scraft, and everywhere they go, it feels like they're just not quite looking in the right place.
Especially when you have 2 players and 1 player could probably look to the left, 1 to the right. It just feels like the communication there isn't working out. As you can see, they're both clearing the angles at the exact same time. They're not clearing it as a double. They're not using their spacing to their advantage when they could have very easily had one player look left going late. I'm getting into the micros here, but
I'm here for it. No, I'm here for it. Analyst Apples for the win. Oh, Kelsey, this is a nice change of pace. I like that they've already got somebody up there, but not quite looking. They've not got anybody watching for Car. Now the rest of the team does round the corner, and Bungie's found the opening pick, and that's what we need to be seeing. Now, Kelsey, the decision to hold off on that Molotov, quite nice, and actually going to throw it in to stop anybody that might be choosing to peek this pesky smoke. Here we're trying to force off the car play, but actually I think the call to save has been made. They've got that open, they just cannot risk it, but Nopka trying desperately to trap them in, pen them in, and stop anything escaping.
Are going to be able to save that up over to the next round. I don't think Black Bolt are really in the position here to go any more hunting, more than they have already. Maybe just a peek through mid, and Olya is going to be good for that.
Olya's been hitting shots, like, on my screen. I'm looking and I'm like, that's going to be a missed shot, and then it's not. It never is. And I'm so here. You guys are in for a treat when we switch over to T-side, because Olya's T-side AWPing on Dust2 is something to behold. So the fact that we're seeing this coming out already, early, I'm here for it. I love it. And this is the way to make a statement, opening up map number 1. And you can tell, look at the smiles as well. They can tell they're pretty happy with this.
Still not an irredeemable map here for Black Mold. They still are able to get the double picks early. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a warm-up here, and with that round beneath their feet, could be feeling a little bit more fire as well. Very quickly have taken long, but you see also how quickly Lumen have moved over to the A site. Smoke in through CT. They're a little bit nervous of this. This nade is going to be very early if they do throw that.
If they get burned by this... If they get burnt by this door position again, I might cry genuine tears.
Scream. I'll scream.
You've had your warning, viewers. You've had your warning here now.
Turn your volume down. Oh, she's backed away.
Needs her team to push up long here before she can really do anything.
Ooh. It's time to scream. Molly's going out on site. It's silent. Time to scream. Oh, a missed shot from Olya. Very rare here. He's going to miss an opportunity to be able to get a pick, but could make Black Mold players think that they're not really as close as they are. Scraft is so close, but she does get cleared up by Mads. A nice flash out is going to let Kira swing out, grab a headshot. Sakura going up with another one as well, but Mads is still here on ramp. Is going to be able to find one. Now a 2v2. Sakura's pushing up so aggressively. Bungie's left alone, and she's all the way in Big Pit. I think Sakura knows this.
Trying to get the kill from afar, and it's not going to work, and even peek from the side, and that's a difficult one there. Playing that far back, it was never going to be your fight there. The fact that they managed to get a player. I like what you said there about Scraft trying to get sort of under their noses. Doesn't end up paying off for them. But they managed to push through that smoke from Catwalk with the flashes, and they get these shots. Kira's had a bit of a slow start to the season, but it's moments like this where she's stepping up and finding those insane headshots. That is going to be the difference maker. And we're seeing it here in the 7-1 scoreline. Olya lining up the shots here. Actually decides to back away for a second. The flick isn't quite going to hit. Forced away by the flashbang, and Kira, it's messy, but stands and gets one, gets a second, has to reload, and Mads has found two, but unfortunately Olya, the difference maker, has got another on the board, and that site, yeah, they've got it, but the retake is going to be so hot on their heels.
Yeah, there's no reason not to go for this. Nopka going to get really pushed up here in this cap position. Could be able to find a head first, but Scrap already able to find it. A nice nade, but that's not going to slow the CT down quite any bit here right now as Lumen finds their 8th. This has been a game that I don't think we were expecting, Infinity.
No, it was not. And I came into this, I was so sure that this would be sort of a black mode 2-0 pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And it's been, I think maybe they're starting to warm up. The rounds aren't as landslidey at the moment as they were at the start. We're warming up a little bit here. But there's so many moments where you're seeing players that aren't even sort of statistically they're heavy hitting fragsters, right? Coming out swinging. For instance, Kira, who is the lowest rated player on the team at the moment. For a side note, it's balanced out by the fact that she is the queen of trading. You die, she will avenge you, right? She's the John Wick of ESL Impact. But she's coming into this 9-5 already. Sakura is 16-3. That is just nutty numbers here. It's also meant the Black Mold, they haven't had the ability to have their money in a place where they're consistently able to buy what they need. That AWP, for instance, they've not really been able to get it online a whole lot as well. So the fact that Lumen are putting this down so aggressively that they're not even really letting the bomb plants happen a lot of the times has been really, really great from them. And I thought maybe it would be the utility that Black Mold would lord over their heads. In fact, it's been the opposite.
This is really, really good for Lumen. Like, really good for Lumen if they're able to beat this. If they're able to beat this Black Mold that are at the top of the ranks right now. This is the first time that they have peaked anything in Suicide on the side of Black Mold. Now finally having that off out, gonna feel a little bit more confident going up head-to-head against Olia for that very quick shot. I took them out of the round super early. Couple of rounds ago, but Black Mold making their way out towards Cat very slowly. Bomb is top mid, so just going here for a little bit of information. The rest of the team could probably bring with them if they're able to get a pick here. But Lumen, I'm loving how they're playing their CT side right now. They're not peeking into angles. They're just holding the ones that are safe. Now counter utility gonna be thrown out onto Cat as a molly from the T side is gonna go out on site. Kelsey with a nice entry. Kira getting dropped down. That's a huge kill to find in the first round. The first part of this round. Oh, and a second! She is now lethal. Olia is able to find one onto the site, and Bazari is about to get sandwiched between two. The up finally gonna activate on the side of Black Mold, and they are 4v1. Sakura, 16-3. Does she make it 20 this round?
Could well indeed. But this is something that I want to highlight, and this is going to be a constant in this whole series, and for this whole season as well, is Kelsey is going to be, she's always this sort of extraneous player, right? She's always sort of out on her own, pushing somewhere else, and she's kind of finding these opening picks, not where the rest of the team is, not even where they're looking to head. But she causes this little bit of chaos elsewhere on the map that usually throws disarray into whatever plans that is coming up against. She's so mechanically clean and just finds, you know, headshot after headshot just in all over the map, and it discombobulates.
I feel like that's the first round that we've been able to see her really activate like that in this series. Like, obviously she's been playing like that in a lot of other games, but now up against Lumen, she's able to find these entries so quickly. Like, when she started this round, she was 1-8. Got a 3K this one and must be feeling a lot better. I mean, we did see her setup on her Twitter a little bit ago. She's playing on like 2 boxes right now. Oh, a nice nade for the smoke, but not going to connect on any heads. Sakura's going to activate on this. Get 2 kills of her own with that information.
They don't even know Scruft's there, though. Scruft has just stayed silent and hasn't had to do anything here as well. So Nopka, actually, the util is going to be really good. It's going to give away the location, but at the expense of 49 HP on Nopka, which I think more than a fair trade here. And Lumen, they've already readjusted.
Oh. What a leg. Readjusted to go and clear long. Is able to get that clean trade here. Now have to know that the rest of the players are in mid.
Okay, jumping up. I like this. Lumen have been really good about not over-rotating as well.
Yeah.
Now they've got 2 on each side. They've forsaken mid, and actually this has been something that we've seen them do time and time again in favor of playing on site, and now 2 of them are going to be tested here, but Kira ducked down as well. First contact, likely to be made by Scraft here. And then Kira pop up afterwards, and it's going to be the shadows that give it away, but it doesn't matter. The headshot's great. Not able to find the shot, and both of them have put their weapons away.
What a shot. What a spray there from Kira. A round-saving spray. Able to kind of just discombobulate anything that the op was trying to do there.
Yeah, this is the fact that, you know, Nopka still gets a kill, even though the shadow has completely betrayed her here.
Yeah.
We're finally getting to see that AWP coming out a bit more consistently as well now. Bungie, you know, final round at the half is going to be waiting for this opening pick, and she's not going to be given it.
Oli, I like this position here, and do have another CT there for help and a trade. First one's good. They are going to get sandwiched and cleared out here, but Bezdar is going to try and activate herself. A max head going up to Cat, and now it's just cleaned back and forth trades all down to Kelsey here. And Upper Ton's able to clear out one, scrap the last one alive. And does she even know that she's down there? Able to pick up the bomb. He's going to be able to plant, but Scraft is right behind her.
And so much utility to work with. I have a feeling she's going to be predicting this as well. That Molotov is going to force the fight.
She hears them walking out. Does she get the timing? She got the timing here. Oh.
That's immaculate.
An immaculate. Yeah.
That's a 10-2 half apples.
10-2 half. And we'll have to see how they play this, how Black Bolt can come back after this right break.
Press play.
Once again into uncharted waters, we sail as 10-2 at the half, but to Lumen against seemingly all predictions. And now here we go, a pistol round Black Mold. This has to be it. They cannot lose the CT pistol. They cannot start the half off at this financial deficit. And Sakura, so much damage already, tries to chase up the kill, but Bungie's going to get away, hobbling, mind you, and waiting, and this is going to be difficult. The smoke may just save her life. Blossoms in time, but she's got an angle in the corner. They're going to spam away through the smoke, and actually still standing and relying on Nopka here to try to find something, but an immediate dink. Everywhere they go is damage.
Bomb gets planted, now 5v5 retake, and the damage is really on the side of the CTs. This is a hard, ironclad side that they have on. Sakura has a good angle here to grab a couple of heads. Nopka's able to find one and does get traded back and forth. Sakura doing a lot of damage herself with 2 kills and finds a third and a fourth. Pistol round is theirs in Black Mold. Not looking too good so far here. That would have been a pistol round to uplift them into this second half. Could have given them a little bit more excitement into this. Like, all right, maybe we can play this game. It's going to take a little bit of a miracle here. A lot of a buy, I would say, as well. They were able to get a lot of kills, but that's not much that you can do with just a FAMAS and maybe just an MP9.
Are you a Mythology fan, Apples?
Yes, I am.
This could have been one of Hercules' tasks, was to bring this game back. This could have been, Hera could have been like, Hercules, man, you gotta jump on Black Mold and you gotta bring this game back somehow. This is what lies ahead of them now as well. Because even if they win this round, it's still not going to be a perfect buy for them. Next round, they're still going to be suffering armory deficits here, and Bungie peeking out. Unfortunately, so many people watching her may be able to escape. Actually, not jumped up from Cat. There's Daria going to be saving her here, but Sunny actually managed to find a little bit of a nice pick there. Not able to retrieve the weapon, and actually, Oli going to make sure of that as well. Pushes forward into the fray. Bungie's found a really nice kill, but it's Olio with 1.5. Make that 2 to equalize it again, and still going with the pistol. Isn't quite able to switch back out and loses that fight, but the bomb has gone down in the meantime somewhere completely different.
That's a Galil picked up as well. It's a possible round win if Mads is able to get this headshot onto Sakura. No, that one tap is it. Nice flash onto sight. Not going to blind anyone. One player singing Goose. Sakura coming up from long. They could very easily overtake them, and Lumen have found match point. They need just one.
Just one to go, and we talked about how this was going to be an imperfect buy. They're going for these A4s, but you can see they've got one kit between them. There is a lot of util missing off of players like Kelsey. You've seen Nopka's had to drop back down to that FAMAS to actually be able to buy another kit into this as well, knowing that Lumen has been so good at bursting onto these sites, and it looks like it's going to be an all-out B rush, and it's a site that's relatively weak. They're just going to run through that CT. Molly and Nopka fully flash. They hear the footsteps. They can't find the kill, and they're hoping that maybe Kelsey can find something, but they can't really do it. Sakura with 2, and Molotov to hold off, secure that plant. And here comes the retake, the final ditch effort.
Oh, the mollies are keeping them over there for so long. No kit. They do have one kit, actually. Definitely lied here. Sunny P does have one. Gonna smoke off tons. Flash onto sight as they go through doors. Not gonna hit anything. Bezdaria is good for it. So is Kira. 1 M4 left. Mads has to do it all. 3 health in a dream. Kira left on sight, but it's not gonna be it. Lumen win this map 13-2 against Black Mold, and what a showing from them.
I am at a loss for words here, because this, of course, was Black Mold's map pick as well. You can tell
pick that they lost 13-2 on. So this is going to be a little bit of a tricky one, Affinity. I'm nervous. Are you nervous?
I'm always nervous. That's my secret, Apples. I'm always nervous. But I think you're right. There's a lot that we have to be really careful about here. And I think that, especially, I think they're going to be starting on the T side. I'd hope that they are Lumen. that their hyper-aggression that we saw, I think it's going to play so nicely into this map. And Black Mold, they're going to have to be really careful. If they choose to go aggressive with this, I worry they're going to be falling into the same pitfalls we saw where they were getting caught off guard, and maybe just holding onto these sites might be the better play for them, but it's all the way straight. It's all the way straight through Cheetah. Actually, they backtrack a little bit there. And deciding to head mid. Sunny going to be sitting and waiting for them, but immediately taken down.
Yeah, a lot of space given up from Black Mold very early on is going to allow them to kind of enter into Donut here. Bungie finds the first kill. Kira kind of getting sandwiched between a couple players. Scraft is picking up the kills. Mad's coming in through CT. All of a sudden, it's a 1v1. A kit is picked up on the side of Mad. Scraft now on 36 health, just has to play this smart. Mad's making the very, very long rotate over towards A main. Just a sit and waiting game, waiting for some sound, waiting for some information giving to by the other player. Mads may be able to get out of here on a timing. Scrap does find her. A little bit of damage, but not too much to be worried about. Who's going to get the headshot here first? Oh, and it's Mads. What a nice one. Does have the kit, and that's the first round going to Black Mold. Great way to start off their tide.
You can tell she's getting fired up. And you're right. They couldn't secure themselves that pistol on CT map number 1, and it was their downfall. But yeah, lovely stuff to see here. Definitely a little bit messy. I think Lumen, the issue that they had is they couldn't find that pick onto Nopka, which meant that the rotates could come on through, and they had that security that they could push through that smoke and rejoin up with their team, knowing that Lumen hadn't stepped foot on site yet. If they managed to take down Nopka cleanly, quickly, different story. But that's not what happened. And they're going to have to tidy up some of these smaller little micro moments going forward. But they forced up into this one. Smoked off top mid. It's going to give Scraft all the room in the world to work with. But look at this hyper-aggression. They're getting proactive, and I don't think Lumen's going to be expecting this.
Oh, Olia is turning around. Does have a Tech 9. A little bit of damage, but that's the bomb dropped as well. Nopka is going to smoke them off, and now Lumen kind of have to fiddle with their fingers here, trying to have to find another kill somewhere else on the other side of the map. Starry is able to get a kill, and now a second, and that is the bomb retrieve. A spam for the smoke with a headshot. Gonna get that back on the side of Lumen. Now sitting 3 versus 4. Black Mold had the ability to kind of make this on their way very early on, but it's been completely taken back by Lumen so quickly.
And they've managed to wear all of the utility down as well. There's 2 smokes available. And I was so worried. They looked like they were penned in mid. You know, if maybe Black Mold had been a bit more aggressive down ramp while they were stuck in mid, they could have just farmed up those kills and put a stop to this funny business. But now Sunny, so many bodies there, and unfortunately just peeked from 3 different angles. And Kelsey safe for now, but is going to be attacked by the diligent ramp defenders. Jumps into Cheetah for safety, but unfortunately Sakura, the snake in the grass, and immediately the most damning round to lose is after you win that CT pistol and you buy in.
Yeah, you know, actually, recently we've seen it a lot from FlyQuest that in their second round on CT after they win a pistol, they just still buy upgraded pistols or like very, very light buy just to keep their money. Which is interesting. You don't really see that kind of padding for the next round just in case you lose, because I feel like a lot of the teams try and make it on their favor as much as they can with the weaponry that they buy. So I'm liking that change that we're seeing, but anyways, a very, very aggressive push out on B ramp is not going to be fruitful for Black Mold, just for the side of Lumen. Kira with a double MP9 kill, lots of money. Mats with a nice 5-7 and a second. And try and get the spray down for the third, but Scrap is there to save the day. Nopka left alone in Donut. Just
done more than enough for an eco round single-handedly there as well. But unfortunately here, the play through mid is potentially going to get caught off guard by Scrap. Spotted. Yeah, this is going to be a difficult one. All they have to do now is tuck in. They know where that last player is. And difficult times lie ahead. Something I do want to point out, as we get a little bit of downtime here as well, is that you will see Sunny buying a decoy so often. just to try confuse and elude where the numbers might be. So has to go for this. There's no reason not to. There's another pick. Okay, and now Lumen, you've got to be a little bit careful because now there's only 2 of you. And that's an AK secured. Flash around the corner. The pop flash is great, but unfortunately, just a second too late.
A little bit too late as well to save that when she jumped on over to the other side of CT. I knew where she was not going to be able to save that from her.
Yeah, nice conversion there. And as you said, forced up those pistols and a little bit of utility, which means they are on nil points, no money at the moment in the bank. So another round more than likely to be conceded. Although instead that, they made it a little bit expensive. They're trying to keep the economy humble for Lumen. And you can see it paying off in some regards, but actually not really.
Ooh, that's a nice flash. The only flash they needed, and that's an AK picked up. And a molly. No reason to not go fight this. Mad's very pushed up here. Tental. Ooh, the Shadow is going to be her friend, but Sakura is able to get that kill first. And they are all in the middle of the site, all around each other. Kelsey getting a little bit of burn damage just around. Kills are going back and forth, actually. Kelsey able to find one. And now very quickly, it's become a 1v2. Kira left alone. They are on the defuse already. Is going to molly out a main, but she's good for the 2.
Played to perfection, just keeping the nerve there as well. But that's the beautiful thing. Tucked in hadn't really had too much to do that round until last second. But the fact that manages to isolate that fight as well, has managed to be so elusive they don't really know. They've, of course, beautifully done for Blackmore to get it to that point, but of course they didn't have the utility in the first place to have kept any for that post plant that would have been, you know, a single smoke over towards the corridors would have been the end of that. But as far as ecos go, nicely done. And we've seen that AWP out. We talked about wanting to see it in play a little bit more. Now is the chance, Sunny, to finally get a kill on the board, hopefully.
Finally having a buy here. The smoke just keeping Mads away from Lumen. Hey, timing is so good for them. Able to go in through black. Oh, that's the peak. That's one, and that's a leg on Akira as well. Scrap able to answer back as they have been able to go into red room unnoticed. A nice flash into Donut, trying to get them off the angle, but Sunny is unrelenting. Mads is doubled up as well. She's going to be doing a lot of damage. And Napka coming in through a main. Kind of sandwich Lumen there in the middle of the site, or the middle of middle of the map, middle of everything. And that is Black
Mid-mid
too. Mid-mid.
Mid-mid. But no, I don't know if you felt the same. That sort of mid-round felt really disjointed there from Lumen. It kind of didn't really feel like they knew where they wanted to go. I think they were just sort of wandering. They went into red room, but then they backed away. They didn't have an end goal in mind. And ended up sort of stalling and twiddling their thumbs for a little bit too long here. But Blackmore, that is going to be the running jump that they need, hopefully, to kickstart this half. And Sunny, I love this boost up. Watching the angle. Missed shot is going to give away the AWP's location. And now Lumen, the decision to continue to push here or not is going to have to be made. And the util's being set up for it. But that smoke in their face, they're going to try run through it anyway.
Oh, a missed shot. A lot of information. Kelsey here to help hold down the site. Lots of damage. Able to find 2 and a 3rd. That's a team kill, actually. Olia coming around the site. Not going to work out as Black Mold are able to clean this up very, very well here in that round. And we too have a tied game here. Black Mold looking a lot better. And I think it comes down to what you were saying during the first map, that they were not able to build up an economy. They weren't able to really get rifles very often with utility that they need. And it looks like they are firing on all cylinders now that they are able to get to that point.
So, sorry, just whilst we saw that replay, Kelsey not going down there, and the fact that it all seems that there's a miscommunication. No one takes Kelsey down. And so she can just run amok, and this is going to be something we need to see, is you can't be leaving players there that you know are there with all 3 of you looking away, because stuff like that happens. And Unfortunately, they're looking to push a site that's got a lot of occupants already. The util's not quite going to go deep enough, but we did see opening pick coming out from Sunny here. And now Notka just going to be pushing up and hoping maybe done enough to back away. And I like this little hidey spot here.
I like the call as well. Just to throw a little bit more utility over towards elbow. Just to keep Lumen out of that one spot. Just to kind of funnel them away into B. Or just at least into a part of the map where they have a lot more utility, a lot more firepower, and definitely A side is going to be that. I wonder if they made enough, they think that they made enough noise that no one is here. They're going to come funneling out. Sunny is able to find another one and a third. Napka hidden around this big box, able to clean it up as well, and Lumen not going to be able to get anything on this A site rush that they were hoping for.
It feels like they're not sure who's meant to be killing who. Because that's another one where Notker's just stood out in the open and is firing at two different people with somebody stood point blank in their range who doesn't turn around to try kill them. So Notka just gets another. So there's some funny business going on, I think, with the communications here, and
yeah,
I think that might have potentially been a little bit of a missed molly there. Ad's waiting for the push as well. Looks away at the wrong second, but turns back. But Sakura's done enough mayhem to distract her, draw that focus for just long enough, and they've managed to find themselves finally with a pick up here. Kelsey is going to be sitting and waiting. No one quite going to be crossing her crosshairs just yet. And the team's going to regroup, recuperate over towards B, but Notka already cleared out all of A. And this is the thing, they're not looking mid, so they've just been funneled towards B, and actually there's not many people here to defend it, but they know at least where they are.
Sunny got a 3K last round. I feel like she's setting up to do another one. You see how quickly, Navka pushed up over towards Shelf. If Sunny was able to hit that shot, that would have been a retake. That could have been happening. But Sakura is on one this map, or at least this round right now. Nice 3K. Up in Shelf, and now they just need to hold this bomb back. Napka, save has been called, does have an AK to bring into the next one.
Yeah, and that kit as well. That's a nice piece of utility. You've got the armor, you've got, albeit it's the CT Molotov, so nobody's particularly happy about it, but it's a piece of utility that's fairly expensive. You've got the kit, the armor, the AK that you cannot buy. So that's a nice little save into the next round. I'm hoping they let her keep hold of it. I wouldn't be surprised, however, if it gets thrown over towards Mads or Kelsey instead, though.
Yeah, I agree. Kelsey's in a really hard position here in Cave. We haven't really seen her get very aggressive, and it is going to be thrown over towards Bungie.
They managed to get Sunny the AWP though, so, you know, all things considered, we'll take that. It's going to be the battle of the AWPs here, and they've decided head opposite sides of the map. They've got Sunny just holding A alone. Not exactly the rarest thing you've seen, but Sakura gets a second through the smoke, and now suddenly your B side defense has crumbled. And they can push into mid. They don't even need to bother taking that space if they don't want to.
I'm trying to push down ramp right now. Once you get space taken away from you, take space somewhere else. Smoke is going to allow Sunny just to get a headshot. Nice clean look down. Keeping this round in contention for Black Mold, and Sakura have to decide right now, where are you going to be going? Bazaria on this huge lurk here, getting a lot of information. Actually could be able to take this op out of contention. She has gone all the way into Temple. Op is down. Now Bungie, she doesn't even have to know where everyone is around her, has no information. Has to clear every single angle, and the bomb's going to go ahead and get planted on A.
Exactly, and either has to make some noise or drop down very slowly and risk getting caught here by Sakura. has the utility to potentially clear this out if you want to, but no, you should just be saving in this situation. And actually, Lumen, they've got the finances to send people hunting for this, and that is exactly what I think Sakura's plan is. Silent, deadly assassin in the night has been racking up these kills left, right, and center. Bungie accounting for it. Finds the pick, and actually I think that is all that they wrote for trying to steal this away, but just really nicely done. I think there was a bit of a faux pas when they started losing players over towards B. Instead of trying to pull back and regroup when they still had 3 of them, they sent, I can't remember who it was, they sent somebody else down ramp and just immediately got massacred. They lost the utility. I think there was a kid.
They sent double down ramp, actually.
Exactly, and it backfired. Yeah. You said double down ramp and double backfired. And in a position where you're under fire, you know that there's so many people there, your health is low already. The fact that they chose to aggress instead of pull back and regroup, this is going to be their issue. We said coming into this that the aggression from the side of Lumen, I think that they should just be playing a little bit further back, a little bit more passively, but they've been trying to meet this head on, and they just haven't been winning the duels.
Absolutely. It feels like exactly how you were saying, Black Mold haven't been able to take a breath during this game. That's a nice spray from Bungie that almost gave it into a double, but Sunny's going to be able to pick that up for her. Scrap over near elbow. The trades are even, and Sakura's going to make it better for her team. Nopka with another push over towards A main. And that's not going to grant her anything. Mads left in a very uncomfortable position here. 1v3, kind of in mid. Not sure of who's going to be peeking at her first. Going to try and go into Jaguar, but Sakura's taking that head off right now.
Yeah, this is a brutal showing as well. I am loving what we're seeing coming out of Sakura this map. Just everywhere they go, there is these punishing picks. And it's over towards Cheetah, where you're seeing Kelsey's being posted up, right? Instead of having her be sort of elusive elsewhere on the map, right? You've got her just playing the same position, and she's just getting caught out every single time. And often it's through smokes as well, which hurts even more. Bungie is going to be tested here, nothing but a pistol. And just standing in the fire, burning, trying to find one, does get that, but actually not long left lived for the world. And Kira taken so much space, proactive in trying to push themselves out further and establish space beyond the site for this post-plant.
You know, Black Mold have been very good at getting 5-7 kills in this CT half. I see them getting a couple more here, but that nade may have slowed them down just a little bit. Nopka now down to 12 health. A nice flash out. Here, we're going to clean it up very nicely. Sunny, last alone, is able to find one. Oya files it up with another. All smiles.
As they should be. As they should be. And finally, weapons back online here. This is the issue for them. Final round of the half, and the best they can do is 7-5. It's not bad by any scale of the imagination, but you're probably wanting a little bit more from your CT side on Ancient. I say that actually. Looking at the stats that have come out recently, it is a T-sided game. I think it's almost every single map is T-sided at the moment. But still, in the setting, Lumen CT side, we didn't get a chance to see it very much. So potentially there's a weakness to be exploited, but I am waiting to see what happens here. Nades go deep, but actually not quite deep enough. The clip-in is going to mean that Bungie doesn't feel the full wrath of those HEs, and Sunny's found an opener. Untraded. Now Sakura, usually the queen of this area of land, has actually just had to take a little bit of a backseat, hoping someone pushes her, but they've learnt their lesson.
Yeah, they're now doubled up in cave. Mads and Kelsey in that same area where Kelsey has just been punished. Mads now gonna be in that position in case someone walks in, but not gonna be doing much. Call to push shelf here. Bungie is gonna take one over towards Red Room. Sakura is still watching her back, afraid of what could be there. Rightfully so. Mads is able to get that kill. Bomb is going to be able to get planted, but so far Black Mold playing this round very, very well. Able to get that win. Very lovely done. I feel like they kind of figured out their weaknesses, figured out what Lumen were doing. They were just kind of assaulting their B lane, and it was working out. We'll see how they fare on T side after this break.
2 a.m. in the morning, and your anxiety's calling. You lay in your bed, but it feels like you're falling. Do you recognize that feeling? The demons under your ceiling, when everything hurts and nothing is healing. Yeah, I don't even wanna be awake, 'cause every second that I live is like a wasting. Can you help me start to replace all the memories that stand in my ways? You know what I really hate the most is that happens to me is like a ghost. It's so far away, I only wanna be okay. Tell me why should I stay away? If only dreaming can erase the pain. Tell me why should I waste another minute staying in this critical phase? I'm just praying for some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. Some better days. Some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. It's too late in the evening. I should probably get some sleep, but I just can't seem to set my mind at ease. I can find an escape. There are many doors I will take, but I can't make one of them become a way. So I'm drowning myself in the media, 'cause I don't wanna face what I'm fearing, yeah. I am scared of fighting this alone. I've tried to turn on the light, but my demons know how to hide. Lately there is just no end in sight. Tell me why should I stay away? If only dreaming can erase the pain. Tell me why should I waste another minute staying in this critical phase? I'm just praying for some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. Some better days. Some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. Lights out. I got a feeling, but I can't shout. I got reasons, but I'm out. No rest for the weekend. Give me what I want. Never get enough. Never giving up. Give me what I want. Tomorrow we will rise.
We welcome you back to what is a much closer half than we saw over on map number 1. 5-7 Black Mold. It would be really great to see them take this pistol, even up that scoreboard. But Lumen, we finally get to see their CT side here. And Olia is going to be the one taking first contact. And it's an immediate headshot. And a second, almost a third. She's dancing with it. And her team in the meantime has melted the opposition. Goes for the knife. And there's another one. And in seconds, Lumen, they wipe the floor.
My mouth is agape.
Same.
Wow, what a round from Olia. What a round. What nice shots from that USP. Ooh. And like the rest of her team able to clear the rest of them out. She didn't even have to worry about what was happening behind her. Lots of team cohesion there on the B side. And Black Mold, they're going into this with nothing, just good locks.
Look at this mid push already, though.
Yeah, they have
10
all the
seconds in.
information.
And there's nowhere that you can go here as well, because they've been smoked off mid, right? They're watching you now. They've not heard anything. If Bestara gets a little bit aggressive here, they will have the whole of this map control, minus that tiny right-hand corner. And I think even now, you're going to see the push here coming out from Sakura is just going to lock them down. They just don't want to get caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Hubris is your worst enemy. Don't push this. Don't go, hey, let's go looking for the kills. Just hold them here.
A little bit confused as to what Black Mold may be doing or what their game plan is. I think it's
make
just
them uncomfortable.
death ball up B ramp.
I like the smile on Nopka's face. I'm trying to determine what's going on based on the, you know, the
dualies? No, Sunny does not have dualies. Why did I think she had dualies?
disappoints in the lack of Julies.
Wait for 40 seconds. No go. I mean, how much can you do with Glocks? They did use all their utility. The FAMAS is going to tear through them as long with the MP9. Not going to be allotted any kills here.
So
Sakura is so excited.
So my thoughts on the matter of this are, and you said that they're waiting until 40 seconds. Why would you wait that whole round and then run through the smoke instead? Like, maybe you're trying to get the element of surprise, but you don't have a flash for it, right? So you run through the smoke, you're vulnerable because you can't see as you're emerging, but they can see you, and then they all just get mowed down instantly. Like, you wait that's a very Jame round, isn't it? Make us wait, and what for? Go girls, give us nothing, you know?
Oh my god! How ruthless there. Kira is going to push in through Jaguar. Flash is going to get her on the wrong angle, but Sakura is there, as always, able to get up a double. Napka very, very quietly walking out a main. Is going to be able to catch Bezdari on a timing, but not able to grant herself a second kill. Scraft is there now. 2AK still in the game, though. We have a lot of information as to where the CTs could be. B could be open, but there's still smokes here, keeping them away from the site. But just like you said, I mean, they could just walk through them. Element of surprise. Disrespect these smokes.
Respecting the smokes is the key here. And they have got a free site. It's what they're going to do with this post plant now. Because they've got a lot of utility to work with, and I like this. The smoke goes deep and allows Bungie to push on up. Love to see a push a little bit further, potentially. Actually, given where the bomb's planted, maybe not. Issue is the split prong, and one through the smoke, okay.
That's a huge one to find. That's going to make Kelsey just worried of CT. Look at that one kill. That's information gained. That's a lot of information gained. Now Sakura's able to get on the bomb. The kill gonna go towards Olia. She's gonna think it's the one that's getting the defusal. Tap's gonna come through for that last kill. You saw Kelsey going, what? Thought I got the person who was defusing. Fortunately not.
Bamboozled again.
It's a bomb plant though. That's money in their pocket for an AK on some of these players. And utility with Mac 10s.
This pick from Scraff through the smoke is monumental. But yeah, the fact that you've managed to, you know, actually disguise the defuser there, just amazing stuff. And you can tell that's one of those rounds that's gonna throw Black Mold off of their game. There's Daria, the aggression, only good for one. Now Bungie trying to figure out, do they chase this player down? And it's Sakura waiting for them, readjusts, resets, and gets the second. Now upgrades to an AK as well, and Gold Chamber and Mads is actually going to be slowly approaching. Has Nopka as the bodyguard from afar, gets rid of Scraft. Now Olia in mid knows that if no one crosses her line of sight, that they have to be going into cheats, can alert her teammates.
That gun switch is going to be hurt as well from this B ramp push. They're going to be able to get the jump on them. No, Nopka's able to find it. Kira is going to pick up the AK, take it back, smoke it, wait on site, wait for Olia to kind of match up with her over towards Shelf. This could be a huge one to find. A flash is not going to stop her. She's able to pick Nopka off. Mads left alone, sandwiched once again. Could run A, but it's going to be hard to win a post plant there. It's a full utility as well.
Yeah, Nothing really to be done here. Not gonna see the timing, and actually has to be careful. Oh, spotted a shoulder here. But Olia, so much time to reposition and so tunnel visioned on trying to find Mads that this is going to give Olia the perfect time to set up, line up that shot, and then secures themselves an 11th.
Update on the other game of the night. FlyQuest Red and Nyx Empire are on the second map. FlyQuest able to win the first game. I think it was 13-5 on Train. So we did have Train tonight. Very exciting. We're having a lot of new maps here on the broadcast. And currently starting their halftime break, FlyQuest winning their second map of Mirage. 12-0.
Woof.
FlyQuest
They heard
Mirage.
Oh, Bezdaria, I like the idea, but unfortunately just too many people. Olia only able to take down one at a time here. Second shot, she's going to be clipped through the corner, and now sight falls, and the rest of the Lumen team has to scramble on over. They're taking a very multi-pronged approach here, but smoked off means that Sakura's not going to be able to have the impact, not going to be able to help her teammates out so far. Scruff really needs to find something, gets the first and so much damage on the second. They're going to try to run her down while she's reloading. They do indeed, but there is the trade coming out from Kira. They know where the last is as well. Not good, giving away her location. Spans away, gets one, resets, but Sakura peeks out. And there it is, 12. Map point, series point.
I was worried for that round from Lumen. Olia peeking out, not really tucking into Donut, waiting for the rest of her team, going for another pick there on the op. But very fast action from the rest of Lumen, able to get the picks, trading off of each other, just utilizing their positioning so incredibly well. We need to see Ancient more in their map pool. Like, they are playing this so well on CT side. And I would say Ancient is a little bit harder on CT. Gotta get your utility right. This is just a hard map in general.
Yeah, this is, and the fact that, you know, you've got no VODs to review for this either means that you have to come into this with a deep strat book and solid fundamentals, because you don't know what you're up against. You have to be adaptable, you have to work on the fly, and unfortunately, Lumen, they've not really been able to be caught up to here. Black Mod's not really been able to find the secret ingredient in the, this Kung Fu Panda, the secret ingredient in the secret ingredient noodle soup.
Soup? Noodles? Dim sum? What are you talking about?
Have you not watched Kung Fu Panda?
I have, but I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
It's the secret ingredient in the noodle soup.
Oh, Bungie there, caught on a timing. The flashbang she did move in time for it, but Kira, nice swing out. Sakura, so close to the smoke in ramp. She's able to get this headshot first. She does. She's good for the second as well. Bomb is down, all down to Nopka. She's able to find one head. 4 heads left to shoot. She's able to find this one. She is. Scrap goes down. This is going to be an incredible round for her to find if she does. But yeah, right behind her on ramp.
There's no chance. 25 seconds, and they're not going to give her any room to plant here.
Molly out to deny as well. Sorry, moving towards the lane here, but still, they're not giving her anything that she needs. Is going to be able to get the plant down quick enough to switch it to the AK. He's going to drop down one, but Bezdaria finds that kill and the defuse. Lumen win it 13-5 in their second map. 2-0 series here against Black Mold. What an incredible showing from them tonight. I am astonished by their skill.
And it means it's going to be the first series that Lumen play that they don't actually play Anubis